Russ, you've competed against LeBron for a lot of years. I'm just curious, when you see it night after night, especially how it's gone these last few weeks, just kind of what's it like taking it in on the court as a teammate?
You just try to find ways to be able to give him the ball. Simple as that. He do a good job of staying locked in, sticking to his principles and understanding when he's in the groove. He stays in attack mode, which we need him to do, miss and make. It's good for our team.
Hey, Russ, LeBron mentioned some of the connective type guys, when Ariza coming back and Reeves coming back and Avery, the guys that do some of the dirty work and the glue guy stuff. What did you notice from some of those guys tonight, and how did that help the overall product?
It's big for us. You have a lot of those guys out. It takes a toll on your team. And we need everybody on our roster, as you can see. And tonight was a good night to be able to get guys back into a little bit of a rhythm defensively. And it was good.
Hey, Russ. You had one of your higher assist nights and lowest turnover nights of the season. Do you feel like the game gets easier or slows down as the season goes on? Or is every night about the same for you?
I just try to figure it out. The game would tell me what to do. That's what I believe in, and that's how I play.
Russ, we talked to your old coach, Scott Brooks, pregame tonight, and he said part of the reason, in his opinion, of why you've had more success as season's gone on, because you maintain your body in the offseason by not playing as much 5-on-5 to save the wear and tear. I just wanted your opinion of his take on that.
Listen, throughout the year, I don't want to be the person that very up and down as the season goes along. I like to just make sure I'm still moving in the right direction, so I'm playing my best as the season goes along. And create some consistency. I want to be able to create that for my teammates so they know what they're going to get from me every night. And obviously, staying healthy is more important. So I try to make sure I do that in the summertime leading into the season and allow myself to be able to create some longevity throughout the year and, going into the season.
If that operates on a spectrum, then where do you feel like you are in that kind of season long ramp up? Is it? I don't know how you judge it, if it's a percentage or anything like that.
I have no clue. I just play. I play, and that's it. Let my game speak for itself, and then y'all can talk about if it's gotten better throughout the season. I just play. That's it.
Russ, I'm curious what it was like just to have. You talked about getting whole and consistency. Just having someone like Frank back on the bench. Not that Fizz didn't do a good job or anything like that, but just to be kind of a little more normal. Did it feel that way tonight?
Definitely. We get a chance, not just Frank, but having a lot of guys back, create some type of normal just to our team, and it's good to be able to see their faces and not just that, see them healthy. That's the most important part. Going through COVID, it's bigger than basketball, more about long-term and short-term health. So just to see them healthy and feeling better is the most important part.
After the last game, Fizz and Malik talked a little bit about guys needing to trust one another. You guys have 27 assists tonight. Do you feel like the ball movement is reflecting some growth in that area?
Definitely. Just keep our spacing. That's big too. Creates a lot of open shots for people when our spacing is good, and you see that tonight.
Kidding. I don't know who that is. I'm not kidding. What was the party like last night for the birthday, and kind of do you carry into that with you?
Is this my phone over?
Stop.
No, they got it. They're coming.
Somebody hanging out back there.
They got it. The party was actually not yesterday.
Oh, okay.
No, those pictures was from a few days ago before the road trip.
Okay.
Yesterday I did absolutely nothing. My
so
birthday.
Well rested for today then.
Yeah, I stayed home. I literally sat on the couch with my daughter, my wife, my boys, and didn't move till probably about 5 o'clock. And I just sat around and watched movies. We watched movies, and I drank wine, had some tequila as well, and I was in the bed by 10:30 last night.
Offensively, LeBron over this stretch, you've always been kind of a guy who's like, the game will kind of show you what you need. You don't really go into it with a plan. But have you known without AD that you're just going to have to carry more of the scoring burden? Is that just been kind of natural over the stretch?
I think anytime you lose a 25-point score or more, then I think everyone has to pick their game up offensively, including myself. And if that's cause for what our team needs, then I'm okay with that. But along that road, I still take pride in being efficient. I'm not a guy that just goes out and just see if I can jack a bunch of shots or see if I can. I want to be efficient every single night. Anytime I'm playing. So along this streak I've been on as far as my scoring, I've been extremely efficient as well. I take way more pride in that than the scoring. That's just who I am as a basketball player.
LeBron, this dunk in the second quarter looked like you checked your right wrist. I was wondering if you're looking at a timepiece there, and then just generally, what was seemed like you're having a lot of fun. What was the vibe like for you out there?
Yeah, I hit my wrist, pretty hard on the rim. So I was just checking it, just to make sure it was fine. But I'm having a lot of joy just playing the game of basketball. I mean, I love, obviously you're frustrated with losses and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, when you get an opportunity to put on an NBA uniform and go out and play the game that you love, it means a lot. And I never try to take that for granted. Because there will be a day, obviously, when you don't have the opportunity to put on a uniform and play in front of 20,000 fans and have the competition, against opponents and things of that nature. So I'll try to have as much fun with it as possible.
Hey, LeBron, just wondering, it's not the first time in your career that you've had a spread, a lane to look at, but what are the things that you're processing when you get up and when there isn't a center in there and you're looking at the weak side defense, or what's kind of going through your mind there?
Well, I see plays before they actually manifest themselves. I try to stay 2 and 3 steps, maybe even like 4 or 5 steps ahead of plays. Where I've played in enough games, I've visioned enough plays where I know what's going to happen or how it's going to happen if I can have 2 or 3 different reads along that way. So, like I said, I can play. Guys asked me the other day, have I seen more opportunity at the 5? I played the 5 in tonight's game. I started at the 5 in Houston, but I started back at my natural position in Memphis in the same lanes and the same thing. The game, I can, see the game no matter what position I play at. Just on the strength of just, knowing the game, knowing where I need to be on the floor, how to help this team win. And tonight was another opportunity for that.
Yeah, LeBron, happy belated. Coming into the league straight out of high school, you were setting all sorts of records, the youngest to do this. And now 19 years into the league, a lot of it's the oldest to do this. Does that strike